What is now open grassland in Sioux City, Nebraska will soon be home to a future memorial honoring those who served in the desert. A new memorial is coming to Siouxland Freedom Park, this one, to honor those who served in Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and the global war on terror. The idea is to make this memorial something that has never been done before. Its goal will be to bring visitors inside the war and show what soldiers had to experience.
We want people, when they come to it, to appreciate and understand what the men and women went through, rather than just something in the ground that's all polished and silver. When they walk through the park, that will essentially be as if they're leaving base camp during the conflicts and the wars that we've had. We want them to experience what it's like to look behind and know you just left security.
Siouxland Freedom Park hopes to have renderings of the new memorial in the fall. Park officials hope to open the new space in the next few years. Now, the first pieces of the new memorial were actually delivered this morning before the ground was even officially broken. These are two replica 50 caliber machine guns that would typically be positioned with soldiers to guard the perimeter of a base or an area of combat. They were created by students taking part in the welding class at Sioux City High School. The students delivered them to the park just this morning.
I love them. It was a pretty fun project to do. It was a lot of hard work with us, and I couldn't do it without these guys. Our class mainly did the welding, and the other class mainly did the design, and it's a great thing to be a part of.
Led by their instructor, who is a veteran himself, the students did the design, planning, and creation of the two pieces of artwork.
It's cool to see projects come forth that have a little purpose. The kids get to drive by and it means something to them. One of the students that's working on it, he's got packages together right now for the Navy Academy and the Air Force Academy. So he's hoping to be a pilot one day, and it's cool to see a kid in welding get to chase his dreams and still have a project that gets graded, you know. I hope the families of those that pay the ultimate sacrifice recognize that we still care and we're still appreciative, and really that's my only dog in the fight.
The two pieces of artwork will be on display inside the Visitor Center at Siouxland Freedom Park until the new memorial is built. Then they will find a new home at the start of the new memorial for Desert Shield, Storm, and the global war on terror.